When you compare yourself to people doing less than you, you stay small. You stay being the big fish in the small pond. And if you're the most ambitious person in your circle, it's time to raise your standards. You do it because you deserve better. You do it because your family deserves better. You do it because you can, and therefore you must. So I created a model that I call the 5 stages of personal growth. I created a while ago. I'm gonna tweak it and come back to it. I'm gonna be talking a lot more about it, I think, in the future. 5 stages that people go through on their personal growth journey. Stage 1 is complainers. These are the people who don't think anything is possible. It's never gonna happen. It happened for that person because they had all the resources and education and time and money and everything, but it can never happen for me. And they spend their life being negative and tearing other people down. That's most people. Most people are living in complaining mode and don't think anything is possible. Stage 2 is the dreamers. The dreamers are the people who have an idea, who would love for that thing to happen, are now moving to the land of optimism and possibility, but just don't think it can happen for them. They just never get started. They think that maybe it's possible, but they never actually take that first step to creating any momentum. Stage 3 are the wannabes. The wannabes are the people who start and then they pause and then they push a little harder and then they pause and they are positive and optimistic and they have this big ambition of what they want to do, but they always get in their own way. They always hold themselves back. Step 4 is what I call the achievers. These are the people now who are doing it when it's hard and are showing up. And then stage 5 are the high achievers who are showing up every single day consistently when it's hard. I made this model mostly for stage 3, the wannabes. The wannabes are the problem. The wannabes are where most entrepreneurs are. The wannabes, chances are, it's who you are. The wannabes let themselves off the hook too much. The wannabes say, I deserve to have a break. The wannabes say, I put in enough effort on this. The wannabes let themselves off too much. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't have self-care. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take a break when you actually need it. But we're giving ourselves a break too early. You know you could have done more. You know you could have pushed harder. And the problem with the wannabes are you're surrounding yourself with stage 1 and stage 2. You're stage 3, you're surrounding yourself with the wannabes and the dreamers. They're looking to you to say, wow, look at what you're doing. You're amazing. Yeah, you do deserve a break. Yeah, you're working way too hard. You should totally slack off and forget about it today, tomorrow, next week. You should absolutely go off and do that other thing and just watch that Netflix series instead of working on your dreams. You're surrounded by complainers or dreamers. Your standards are too low. And when you can change who you're hanging out with, if not actually face to face, but virtually, by watching videos like this, by reading books, putting things on your wall, by being around it every day, I guarantee you that if you were around somebody who is high achieving, you would start to achieve more. All of a sudden, all of the reasons, AKA excuses you have for not following through on the things would go away. Just like if I was hanging out with somebody who was running all the time, who was in peak physical shape constantly, I would likely get in better shape. Whoever's more confident wins. And when you have those moments of weakness, those moments where you feel like you deserve a break, that you've worked hard enough, that when is it going to happen? And then you're surrounding yourself with people who are negative or who haven't achieved as much as you, don't have as high standards as you. Not that they're bad people, just have lower standards in the thing that you care about. They might have much higher standards in other things that you don't care about. But the things that you care about, they have lower standards. When you're feeling negative and low and that you need a break, they'll tell you to take a break. They'll tell you they're working too hard, and they're more confident in that than you are in the other side. They're more confident in being a complainer than you are in you becoming a high achiever. And so it's changing your standards, and it starts by changing what you consume, changing your habits, and changing who you decide to surround yourself with. You change that, you change your life. Now I've got a 3-step process on how to actually change your standards that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, if you want to learn how to have more confidence and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today. You can outwork anybody.
What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms.
Okay, how do we do it? We know we need to change our standards. How do you actually do it? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process. Let's go. Step number 1 is change who you compare yourself to. Who do you compare yourself to? When you look at what you're doing and what you're capable of, and you're comparing this to other people, who are those other people? If it's the people you went to high school with, or university with, or grew up with, or on your street, that's probably now a poor circle, because you're capable of more than what they're doing. Most people are nowhere close to living up to their potential. If you're comparing yourself to members in your family, again, they probably aren't even doing the thing that you want to be doing. Whenever I'm thinking of something big, like I'm doing it, I'm crushing, I've got big dreams to change the world, and then I watch a video from someone like Elon Musk, who wants to have a backup plan for the planet, or Steve Jobs who's trying to make the dent in the universe, it makes me realize I still have a long way to go. In a good way, not in an I suck way, right? It's a kick forward to say, I might be the most ambitious person that I hang out with every day in my face-to-face dealings with people, but I know that it's nothing compared to what I could be. And I want to be surrounded by those people. It's why I made the Espresso series, right? That shot every morning to help you start your day with belief and confidence and be around people who can pull you up to that next level. So look at what you want to accomplish and see who's actually gone off and accomplished it, and then try to surround yourself with those people, even if they passed, right? You could surround yourself with Steve Jobs, even though you're never going to meet him. You can read his books, you can watch his videos. There's a bunch that I've done, a bunch of other people have done. You can be around that every day, and he will pull you into more of a high achiever in the thing that you care about. So step number 1 is change who you compare yourself to. Step number 2 is move the break line. The break line is the line at which you say, I deserve a break. I deserve a break. I deserve for it to be easier, right? It doesn't mean never, ever, ever take a break. Self-care, self-compassion is important. Don't go to the place where you're actually physically burning out. But moving that break line where you know you're capable of more. You know you can do more. I still surprised myself when I did my tour and I broke my neck and then I continued on the tour. It was just moving the break line. It was just saying, I don't know that I can do another 30 days on the road with a broken neck and a concussion, right? I don't know if I can do this, but let's just go to the next city. And then let's just go to the next city. I'll take a break maybe after the next city. I'll take a break maybe after the next city. And I did the whole thing. It's just moving the break line to show yourself of what you're capable of. Because if this is the max, if this right now, what you're doing right now is the max of what you're capable of, then guess what? You stay here, you stay where you are. And if you're happy with where you are, awesome. But if you feel like you're capable of more, which is probably why you're watching these videos, then you need to move the break line forward. When you tell yourself to stop, when you pat yourself on the back for the effort. I love tying my self-worth to my effort, but are you actually putting your max effort in? Are you actually celebrating the right things? Move the break line forward. And then step number 3 is it doesn't count until it's hard. I have this saying for all of my goals, for everything I'm trying to accomplish, all of my habits, it doesn't count until it's hard. This is where people often will quit and give up because it got too hard. It didn't count until it's hard. If doing the thing for you right now is easy, it's not enough. You're not pushing hard enough. You're not learning. You're not growing. You're way inside your comfort zone. Expect it to be difficult. If you're trying to accomplish something big, you've got big dreams, big ambitions, big goals. You want to have a giant impact, right? Not just for you, but for the world. You want to serve, you want to help, you want to give, you want to contribute. For that to happen, it's going to be hard. Expect it to be hard. Build your self-confidence off of that. It won't count until it's hard. You won't feel good about yourself until it's hard. If you win a race that was super easy, right? I say, if you ran a race against 3-year-olds and you won, you wouldn't actually feel great about yourself because it was too easy. You're supposed to win. Like, how are you going to lose a race against 3-year-olds? But when it's hard and you show up, even if you don't win that first race, but you're showing up, that's when you pat yourself on the back. Say, I'm doing my best. Your goals don't count until it gets hard. Expect it. If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. Humans are built to serve. Some people are built to serve the world. Others want to serve the 25 closest people to them. But in either case, humans are built to serve.